Hi, hello, it's me, Tiana, back at it again for another video, and today we are in my car and we are talking about me. I do want to just note that I am outside and I live in the woods, if you can't tell by the trees behind me, so you will hear wild animals like cuckooing and chirping and swishing around. I can't control Mother Nature, I'm so sorry. Also, it's very hot and I'm absolutely going to be sweating very soon, like very soon. But I have to record out here because my sister is babysitting in the house and it's wild and crazy in there. So it will be too loud for a video. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about really is just about how 2021 has really been the year of like realizing things. Shout out to Kylie Jenner. It's been the year of me just really, I don't know, getting some perspective on my life and really figuring out like life can be good in a way that I just never recognized. I don't know, maybe this video will like hit home or like be relatable to people who deal with like mental illness. You speak English. Mental illness. And just can relate to that feeling of hopelessness and that feeling of like constantly not being like good or happy or like okay, right? Because I went through, I don't want to talk about my entire like life history of mental illness, but I had a chaotic childhood, a fairly stable like teenagedom, but it was like more like emotionally volatile, and then a really deep like severe depression from ages like 18 to like 26. And I've also always suffered with depression. I mean with anxiety, right? I'm also realizing now that I probably have ADHD, but I don't want to like self diagnose, but I am seeing a doctor soon, so most likely I will get a diagnosis. I think I said in one of my other videos that my doctor thought that I might have OCD, and I am thinking that it's probably ADHD and not OCD, but there is a lot of overlap between those two like diagnoses. But my primary care physician is not a psychiatrist, and she wanted me to see a psychiatrist to get an actual diagnosis, but she was just kind of going off what I was telling her. So either way, hopefully I'll be at a doctor soon and I will have some sort of diagnosis or nothing, and I'm just she's just gonna say, that's just you, babe, that's just who you are. But either way, I have a long history of sort of living with not being mentally well, right? And I'm just sort of getting to a place where I am consistently happy. And I guess I just wanted to talk about like the feelings that come along with that, and like the things that like helped me, I guess, do it. I don't know. I don't want to pretend like I'm some kind of guru on mental health or anything like that. I just want to talk about my personal experience. So I think the number one thing that was like the cause of my depression was like my anxiety around like failure and making bad choices. I still do have a very fatalistic sort of like mindset where I feel like I have a lot of anxiety about making like the wrong choice or bad choices, and feeling sort of like the spiraling of if you have a choice and you make the wrong of those choices, then it'll lead you down a path where you're making more and more wrong choices to the point that you're going to be like on the streets naked begging for money. Like, and it's like it's really not like logical. I've been very blessed. I've been very privileged in a lot of senses, even though I am still poor and have grown up like very poor. I have a lot of family and I have a lot of people in my life that have been willing to help me, right? And a lot of people don't have that. So I am thankful and grateful that I do have that. So the thing that I realized this year, and like kind of the impetus of me like making this video, the thing that I realized this year is that I just got a new job, right? I had been working at the job that I'm currently working at for like 2.5 years. And when I got this job that I'm currently working at, I was in a bad space mentally, right? I was just sort of coming out of the haze of like the deepest of my depression, but I was still very much like sad, and I was still in this fatalistic cycle of like being so anxious about making any choice about anything because I felt like I was making the wrong choices. I was doing the wrong things, or that the choices that I was making that I, I would do obsessive research about anything that I was going to do that was going to have like any sort of like effect, like that would even like the smallest, most minute choices. I was doing so much research to see if I can figure out any way this can go wrong, and I was still had this like mindset that no matter how much research you do, like something is going to go wrong. Like I was consistently waiting for like something bad to happen, and I was stuck in a cycle of sort of self-sabotage where I would put myself in positions to sort of like manifest the things that I felt like was gonna happen badly. I don't know. But I just got a new job, and the new job is going to have me making more money than I've ever made in my life. And once again, I'm still poor, so don't nobody try to rob me. I'm still very much so poor. I'm just, check to check poor, and not check to week before the check poor. So please don't try to rob me. But getting this new job, right, I was really nervous about telling my current boss that I was going to a new job, right? Because I felt like if I told my current boss that I was leaving and going to a new job, that she would be like upset, right? And that it would sort of like burn a bridge with her or something, and that something would go wrong and the new job would fall through, and then I wouldn't be able to go back to the job that I had because I burnt that bridge, and now I have no job and I'm poor and I'm gonna be on the street naked begging for money, right? And like I finally went to her office today. It's not really finally, because I accepted the job today, but I got the job offer yesterday or like 2 days ago, but I accepted the job today, and I went and told her today. But all day long I had like a pit in my stomach. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I was so nauseous. I literally was doing like anxiety breathing like lessons or whatever when I was like walking to her office to tell her. And then I went into her office and I was like, hey, so I don't know if the person reached out to you, because the job my new job is still in the same company. So I wasn't sure if the person who gave me the job had reached out to my supervisor for like any sort of like reference or anything like that, because I did list her as a reference. So I was like, I don't know if the person, reached out to you. And she thought I was talking about like the work. Like she thought I was talking about work stuff. And I was like, but I had interviewed for this job. And then as soon as she figured out like what I was trying to say, because she kind of knew I was looking for a job because somebody else had reached out for a reference for me, but I didn't end up taking that job. So she knew that I was job searching. And so once she figured it out, she was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. And she was basically like so nice and so encouraging, and was like, I'm so glad you got a new job, and it's going to be paying more. I always want y'all to be, striving for better. I hope that, once you get this job, you're there for as long as you can be there to get what you need, and you move on and you do other stuff. Even if you have to leave this company, I want to see you be great and make money. And I legitimately was about to cry, because something about that situation like clicked in my brain, and I was like, sometimes things are good. That's the realization it took me 10 minutes to get to in telling this story, guys. Sometimes things are good. Like sometimes things will happen to you, or like your life can just like fall into pieces. Like I seen this TikTok that was like, when you realize you're in a new season of your life with new characters and new characters, new surroundings and all that or whatever. And like I feel like this year of my life was like the, what is it called, like the montage part of the movie, or like the season, like 2, season 3, where you see the character go through so much growth. And like, if you're not a true connoisseur, if the writers don't know what they're doing, this is the season that you would say was the worst season, right? This is the season you'll say it was boring, nothing happened, but if you're really paying attention, there was so much growth, and there was so much like being set up for the next season. And like it had never occurred to me until like literally today that you can like set stuff into motion that will end up positive. Like the same route that I kept like putting myself on, where it was like, this I can make this choice and it can be bad, and then it can lead to another bad choice, and now I'm naked on the street begging for money. But it can also be the other way, where a year from now I can be doing like something that I never even considered doing, that's like my dream job, that doesn't even exist like today, and like I can make a choice now that would lead me to somewhere tomorrow, that's going to lead me to somewhere the day after, that's going to lead me to another place, that will have me living the life I had always dreamed of having. And like, it's not a either or. Like you can make a choice and it can be the wrong choice and it can lead you to a bad place, but you can also take another choice and you always can get back to a better place. Like you can always start over. Like you can always change like lanes or change routes. Like another thing that kind of helped me like put this in perspective is like, it's kind of shallow, but I had said in a video earlier in the year that I was on like a weight loss journey and I wanted to lose like 20 pounds. And it actually baffled me that I made a decision to like eat healthier and exercise consistently and like really get my life together and lose 20 pounds. And then I actually did. Like I really lost 20 pounds. Like when because I finally got under like my goal weight or whatever. And I still need to do some more working out if I want to have like the body I'm envisioning in my head. However, I got under my goal weight this past weekend, and I'm like, so like I did it. Like I made a choice and it led me down a path, and I made more active choices on this path, and it ended positively. Like that's something that could happen. I can make active choices, and it might take, you know, a month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or a year, but it can get me to whatever my goal is. Like for whatever reason, my brain needed to have that rewiring of that fatalistic sort of mindset. Could also, there's a other side to it. Like you can be someone who is lucky, and every choice that you make is a positive choice, and I choose to believe that's who I am, versus the person who is not gonna get anything that they want ever and will be like perpetually a failure. Like I don't have to be that person. I was making myself that person. I was allowing my thoughts to like control my narrative, when my thoughts are my thoughts. I can change those thoughts. I put those thoughts in my head, and I can take those thoughts out of my head. I don't know, man. It was life changing for me, and I don't know, I'm just really happy. And I guess I say all that to say is I want to take YouTube more like serious. And that's another thing, because I said that I was going to take YouTube serious last year, and I was posting videos consistently, and now I have the most subscribers I've ever had on YouTube, right? Because I've been doing YouTube on and off for like 10 years, and like I only have like 400 subscribers, which is not a lot. But like it's the most I've ever built because I'm being consistent, and like 400 subscribers today can be, you know, 10,000 subscribers, you know, next year, or, you know, 100,000 subscribers next year, because we've seen it happen on this application with people like just blow up out of nowhere. So like, I don't know, I guess I just never felt like good things could happen to me And now good things are happening to me, and I feel happy and sort of like sad for past me who didn't believe that this could happen. Like sad for the me who couldn't believe that I deserved to be happy. I don't know. This video might have got a little bit too deep and a little bit too personal, but I just wanted to say thank you for anybody who is watching these videos. Even if you don't watch all of them, even if you don't comment, even if you don't subscribe and you just like click on it every once in a while. If I've ever crossed your mind and you decided to look up my channel to see what I was doing, or you just came across this video and you liked my face so you clicked it, thank you for being a part of my journey, and hopefully we have more things to come and more journeys to come. I hate saying that I'm going to like be posting on some sort of schedule, because I feel like anytime I announce it, I can't get it done. But like, charge that to my head and not my heart, because I really do be wanting to post more, and I have so many ideas about videos I can post. I can never get myself to sit down long enough to record the video. And then, like I said, once I record it, I overthink like what I'm saying. I'm like, should I have said that or should I? And I feel like I never arrive at my point. Like, I feel like I talk around what I mean. And then I'm like, should I re-record this video so I can be clear about what I'm trying to say? Or should I just like scrap the video? Because it's unclear. And then I start getting anxious about, well, is somebody going to perceive what I said about this to mean this? And it's too much. Like, I just get so anxious about the video. So I can't set myself long enough to edit, because I really hate editing videos. I like listening to myself talk. I think I'm a very interesting person, but like, I don't like I just feel like I don't know. I just get bored. I get bored. I find editing boring. It's not interesting to me, so I don't want to do it. But I don't know, maybe I can just find a more interesting way to edit, or add some cooler edits to my videos, and maybe that'll make it more fun for me to edit. I don't know. Either way, this don't have anything to do with nothing. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.